Tim Givan here with Trifecta Method Coaching. I'm a certified health coach, nutritionist, personal trainer, and here at Trifecta Method Coaching we specialize in physical training, healing the mind-body connection, and really healing through foods. Basically, in a nutshell, we're good for you. That being said, what am I doing here today with 2 chickens, some vegetables, some water, and some vinegar? I'm going to make some really quick and easy chicken soup in the crock pot. And the reason I'm choosing such a simple recipe is I think there's a lot of stigma that goes around cooking and eating healthy, and I want to show you that it's very easy to do. Whether you're cooking for your parents, your kids, your husband, or guys, if you're smart, your wives. It's simple. It takes a very short amount of time. Of course, this is going to take a lot less time than it will take you because I've already done most of the prep work. This should take me about 5 minutes to throw together and throw in the crock pot, and it'll be ready in 8 hours. With all this prep work, it would probably have taken me 15 minutes of video to go through this. In any case, starting out, I've got 2 nice roasters here from one of the local health food stores, and they come without the giblets. They're pretty high quality. They're organic. I'll discuss that in a little bit. In fact, all of these vegetables here are organic. Even the apple cider vinegar is organic. I just believe it's better to get quality ingredients, and I'll discuss the economics of that briefly. So to start with, first thing I always do is I cut the garlic and I smash it. I usually cut these cloves right down the center, and that makes them very easy. He's going to prove me wrong here, just for you. It usually makes them very easy to take the skins right off. And while this one's being stubborn, I went through the other 6 cloves that I used very quickly. So that came off pretty simply. You just take your knife, smack it. You want to be very careful when you do that. You don't want to slip because you could very easily injure yourself. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. That's something that's really hard to heal with food. So the reason I smash it is really out of habit. For something like this, it doesn't make a lot of difference. When you smash garlic and you're just going to saute with it lightly, you want to smash it and let the oxygen get to it. It activates the enzymes that activate the active constituent in garlic called allicin or allicin, or it's pronounced different ways depending on where you're from, I suppose. But that's very good for, it has really great cardiovascular benefits. It actually helps to, I'm not sure if it's the allicin itself in garlic, but garlic does help to activate the phase 2 detoxification process in your liver, which is very important. I mean, your liver's primary job is to detoxify your body. Do you want phase 1 and 2 operating and running smoothly? Something like garlic and onion can really work on that phase 2. So once I've got that smashed, very simple to cut the celery. When you're slicing, just keep your knuckles in. You never want them to get under the knife. You don't want your fingers to get under the knife. You want to keep your finger on the backbone of the knife like that. And you can just, of course, I'm doing this now, and I hope my fingers don't get camera shy, removed from the set or something ridiculous. So I've got that sliced up very nicely, neatly. With carrots, I usually cut them into thirds, just like that. Cut them right down the center, like so. And it just makes it a little easier to dice, or slice, I guess I'm doing here. And this is it's not Iron Chef. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for a meal that I can throw in the crock pot in the morning very quickly. It'll be ready at night, depending on whether I'm living 9 to 5 or not. Or I can throw it in the crock pot at night. It'll be ready in the morning. There's nothing better than dinner for breakfast, in my opinion. Don't quote me on that. I have no evidence. Anyway, I've got these nice carrot wheels, or half wheels. I've got my garlic. I've got my celery. Onions. Now I opened the first onion up when I prepped it, and it was black on the inside, so I had to peel some layers away. Hopefully this one's a little better. You've got 2 ends on it. For me, it's very easy to just slice an end off. Oh, it looks like a good onion. All right. Slice the other end off, throw those away, and it sits nicely. It doesn't roll. There's nothing worse than chasing a rolling vegetable with a knife. It's likely dangerous as well. So slice it down the middle like that. Very easy from there to, once again, I say it's very easy, and it gives me a little bit of a problem. These skins usually come right off after you slice them. And in this case, of course, I would say Murphy's Law, but I don't believe in Murphy's Law. I believe that we kind of create our own circumstances, which obviously I'm to blame for this. Once I get this skin off here, and you know, I might actually just remove a layer of onion to make this a little quicker. All right, so there we go. So we've got our two halves. I usually cut those in half again, down the middle, and half like that. So basically I'm cutting these onions into eighths, like so. Now, chicken soup throughout the ages has been referred to as very healing, something you can depend on if you have the flu or colds or anything like that. It's been called Jewish penicillin, sorry. Unfortunately, sometime in the past 40, 50, 60 years, like soup makers like Campbell's Soup jumped on that, and they monopolized on the fact that people for centuries have known that chicken soup and chicken broth is very, very healing for many reasons. Campbell's chicken noodle soup, however, with these chickens here, I'm going to throw the whole chickens in the crock pot, and I'll tell you what I'm doing, bones and all. And remember, there's no giblets in here. You know, there's obviously nothing in the cavity. But when you cook these for about 8 hours with the bones in, you will get a nice broth, a nice bone broth actually with that soup. People have been really jumping on the bone broth bandwagon recently, and it's a great bandwagon to be on. But at the same time, you know, organizations like Weston A. Price have known about the benefits of bone broth for coming up pretty close to 100 years. People have known about the benefits of bone broth for a very long time, but they've advocated the use of bone broth. So it's not a new thing. There are amino acids in bone broth that are very healing to your gut lining, to the lining of your small intestine, where we absorb all of our nutrients. If you get frequent stomach aches, or if you have problems with your digestion in general, one of the best places to start is with a mild bone broth. And you get a real mild bone broth when you're cooking something for about 8 hours. So this soup, it's going to be a meat broth more than a bone broth, but still very, very healing. So I've got all of these vegetables that I prepped, and it might get to the point where you kind of have to find spots for them in there. And I'll tell you what I did. I used 6 stalks of celery and 3 large carrots, 2 onions, and 6 cloves of garlic. And it looks like it's all going to fit in there very, very nicely. Doesn't matter if it's a little over the top, because this will cook down. So it's you know, it's a little high on there. That lid's going to fit on there just fine. I've got this nice clean purified water here, and I'm just going to pour that in. I don't want it to get, wow, I'm getting all over the place with that. Good thing it's just water and not like red wine or something. So I don't want to fill it up all the way, because those vegetables are going to cook down quite a bit. There's a lot of moisture in the vegetables themselves. They'll cook down, all their juices will be in there. It's really a delicious recipe. For as simple as it is, I'm going to take this apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not one for exact measurements. I just kind of I mean, you do want to be careful with the vinegar. You don't want to put a whole ton of it in, or you can have a very sour tasting soup. Most of that's going to evaporate off, but the vinegar really helps to leach the minerals out of the bones, and it helps to dissolve the cartilage in the bones, and really adds those specific amino acids to the soup. I like salt and pepper. We've got some good sea salt here and some organic pepper, and just gonna put. I'm pretty indiscriminate about salt and pepper. I don't worry about it so much. If you have hypertension or something, or if you've been told by your doctor that you shouldn't have a lot of sodium, I will never tell you not to listen to your doctor for a medical condition. So you may want to limit your salt in that case. This is done. This is absolutely done. Put the lid on in 8 hours. That'll be ready. I will pull the chicken out at that point. I will strip the meat off of the bones, throw the bones away, throw the meat back in the soup, and it's good to go. I've made enough here. I could give some to my parents, some to my roommate. I'll have plenty of meals. Anybody who happens to come over, I'll have something to feed them. And with all of this, I got to be honest. Using organic foods, this costs about $28 to put this together. But I'm going to get 12 servings out of that. That's just slightly over $2 for a bowl of soup. And this isn't like the watery soup that you'll find from some small cans. These are big bowls of very, very hearty soup. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm kind of new to making videos, so I hope I'm doing all right. If you have any questions about anything, or if you need some training or some assistance in supporting a condition, whether it be losing weight, but I should say losing fat mass, because nobody really wants to lose weight, they just want to lose the body fat, or supporting a medical condition. While I can't diagnose, treat, or cure any type of medical condition, I can sure and successfully support you in your efforts to heal. So keeping that in mind, if you ever want to talk to me, you can give me a call at 303-875-9415. That's my business line here at Trifecta Method Coaching. Shortly, my website will be up, and I'll give you the website address to that right now. It's tmethodcoaching.com. It's not active currently, but you can email me at Coach.Tim at tmethodcoaching.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I hope that you go out and make a ton of delicious, healthy, nutritious chicken soup. Take care.